Have you ever read your horoscope and thought, wow, this is so accurate? Or maybe you've wondered if Mercury retrograde is really messing up your life. We've all been there. Astrology has been around for thousands of years, captivating minds and sparking endless debates. It's no wonder so many people are drawn to its mystical promises and seemingly insightful interpretations of the cosmos. But let's be real for a minute. Is there actually any scientific basis for these claims? Or is astrology just a harmless form of entertainment? As a science communicator, I'm always excited to explore these kinds of questions, especially when it comes to unpacking age-old beliefs through the lens of modern science. So, buckle up. Today we're embarking on a thrilling quest to separate astrological myths from scientific facts. We'll dive deep into the cosmos, challenge assumptions, and explore the fascinating psychological reasons why astrology continues to intrigue us. Let's dive in. You've probably heard things like Leos love attention, Capricorns are super ambitious, Pisces are emotional dreamers. It's almost as if our entire personalities are pre-programmed by the stars themselves. But here's the thing, psychology studies show that those zodiac descriptions are cleverly written in a way that could apply to almost anyone. Think about it, don't we all enjoy a little attention now and then? Who doesn't have ambitions for their future? And haven't we all experienced the depths of human emotion? These descriptions are so broad, so universal, that they become meaningless when it comes to actually defining individual personalities. This phenomenon is called the Barnum effect, when vague statements feel uniquely personal because they're general enough to fit most people. It's the same psychological trick that fortune tellers and cold readers use to create an illusion of insight. They use broad, relatable statements that could apply to anyone, and we walk away feeling like they've peered into our very souls. The truth is, personality is a complex tapestry, woven together by a multitude of factors. Our genes lay the foundation, our upbringing shapes our values, and our life experiences mold us into the individuals we are today. To say that the position of the stars at the moment of our birth dictates whether we'll be shy or outgoing, artistic or analytical, is a gross oversimplification of the intricate and beautiful process of human development. It's like saying the color of your car determines your driving style. Sure, there might be some loose correlations, maybe red car owners are statistically more likely to speed, but it's absurd to suggest that the paint job dictates their behavior behind the wheel. It's the same with astrology. Our personalities are far too nuanced and multifaceted to be reduced to simple sun sign stereotypes. So the next time you come across a description of your zodiac sign that seems spookily accurate, remember the Barnum effect. It's not cosmic magic. It's clever writing and our natural tendency to find meaning and connection in the world around us. Astrology is often confused with astronomy, but they're actually as different as night and day. Let's break it down, shall we? Astronomy is a science, a systematic exploration of the universe that relies on observation, evidence, and mathematical calculations to understand the celestial tapestry. Astronomers use powerful telescopes to peer deep into the cosmos, studying everything from distant galaxies and exploding stars to the composition of planets and the nature of black holes. Astrology, on the other hand, is a belief system that interprets the movements and positions of celestial bodies as having a direct influence on human affairs and natural world phenomena. While it's true that astrology played a significant role in ancient cultures, often intertwined with religion, mythology, and timekeeping, it has long since diverged from the realm of science. The key difference lies in the scientific method. Astronomy embraces rigorous testing, data analysis, and peer review. When an astronomer makes a claim, it's backed by observations, experiments, and mathematical models that can be scrutinized by the scientific community. Astrology, however, lacks this empirical foundation. Its claims cannot be tested or proven using the scientific method, and there's no concrete evidence to support the idea that the stars dictate our destiny. Think of it this way. Imagine you're trying to understand how a car engine works. An astronomer would be like a mechanic who pops the hood, examines the parts, studies the engineering, and conducts experiments to figure out how everything functions together. An astrologer, on the other hand, would be like someone who looks at the car's paint color, the day of the week it was manufactured, and the driver's birth chart to determine its performance. To be clear, I'm not saying that astrology has no value. It's a fascinating cultural artifact that has been passed down through generations, and many people find meaning and guidance in its interpretations. However, it's important to recognize that astrology is not a science. It's a belief system that operates outside the realm of empirical evidence and scientific rigor. Ever heard someone say, "Ugh, Mercury is in retrograde, that's why everything's going wrong"? It's like clockwork. Whenever Mercury appears to move backward in its orbit, from our perspective here on Earth, people start blaming it for everything from communication breakdowns and technology glitches to travel delays and relationship drama. But here's the truth. Retrograde motion is just an optical illusion. It's like when you're passing a slower car on the highway. For a brief moment it looks like the other car is moving backward relative to your position. Similarly, Mercury doesn't actually reverse its course. It just appears that way from our vantage point on Earth as we both orbit the Sun at different speeds. It's a celestial game of cosmic perspective. And to think that this visual trickery could somehow wreak havoc on our lives is, well, a bit of a stretch, don't you think? Now let's talk about gravitational pull for a moment. It's true that planets exert a gravitational force on each other. That's what keeps them locked in orbit. But the idea that a planet millions of miles away could influence your daily life is just not supported by science. The gravitational pull of a planet weakens with distance. In fact, the gravitational influence of a doctor standing next to you at the moment of your birth was stronger than that of distant Mercury. So, the next time you hear someone blaming Mercury retrograde for their misfortunes, remember that it's just an astronomical phenomenon, not a cosmic scapegoat for life's little hiccups. You are not a puppet being controlled by the whims of celestial objects. You are a complex, capable individual with the power to make choices, overcome challenges, and create your own destiny. Don't underestimate the incredible force of your own agency in shaping the course of your life. Let's conduct a little thought experiment, shall we? If astrology were 100% accurate, if our destinies were truly written in the stars, then identical twins, who are born under the same zodiac sign, should have identical lives, right? Same sun sign, same fate. Sounds logical, doesn't it? But here's where astrology bumps into a wall of reality. In the real world, twins, even those with nearly identical genetic makeups, often have completely different personalities, career paths, relationship experiences, and life trajectories. They might share some similarities, of course, but they are also unique individuals with their own dreams, ambitions, and life choices. How can astrology explain this discrepancy? If the stars hold such sway over our lives, why don't twins born minutes apart lead mirror image existences? The answer is simple. Factors like environment, upbringing, personal choices, and even random chance play a much more significant role in shaping our lives than the stars above. Think about it. One twin might be naturally more extroverted, drawn to social interactions and leadership roles, while the other might be more introspective, finding solace in solitary pursuits like writing or art. One might be bitten by the travel bug, constantly seeking adventure and new experiences, while the other might find comfort and fulfillment in putting down roots and building a stable life in one place. These differences can't be explained by astrology because astrology fails to account for the dynamic interplay of genes, environment, and personal agency that shapes who we are. So, while it's tempting to find comfort in the idea that our lives are preordained, the reality is far more empowering. We are not passive passengers on a cosmic roller coaster, but active participants in the unfolding story of our lives. Ever noticed how horoscopes often feel eerily accurate? It's like they're reading your mind, revealing your deepest fears and desires, predicting your future with uncanny precision. But hold on a second before you declare astrology a miracle of cosmic insight. It's not magic, it's psychology at play. One of the main reasons why horoscopes seem so accurate is because of something called confirmation bias. This is our natural human tendency to favor information that confirms our existing beliefs while downplaying or ignoring evidence that contradicts them. When you read a horoscope, your brain automatically searches for connections to your own life, latching onto the parts that resonate with your current situation while conveniently overlooking the parts that don't quite fit. It's like looking for shapes in the clouds. We tend to see what we want to see, even if it's just a random collection of water vapor. Another reason horoscopes work is that they're often written in a vague and general way, using language that could apply to a wide range of people and situations. For example, a horoscope might say something like, "You will face challenges this week, but you will overcome them with strength and determination." Well, who doesn't face challenges in their life? And who doesn't want to believe that they possess the inner strength to overcome obstacles? These statements are so broad that they become almost universally relatable, creating the illusion of personalized insight. So, while it's fun to indulge in the occasional horoscope, it's important to remember that they're not magic crystal balls revealing our destiny. They're simply a clever combination of psychology, wordplay, and our own innate desire to find meaning and patterns in the world around us. Don't give away your power to the stars. You are the author of your own story. So what's the verdict? Is astrology a legitimate science that can predict our future? Well, based on the evidence, the answer is a resounding no. While astrology might have held cultural and historical significance in the past, it simply doesn't hold up to scientific scrutiny. There's no empirical evidence to support the idea that the stars control our fate, and many of its claims can be debunked by basic principles of astronomy, psychology, and critical thinking. But that doesn't mean you have to toss your horoscope out the window. If you enjoy reading them, if they bring you comfort or entertainment, by all means continue to indulge. Just remember to take them with a grain of cosmic salt. Don't let a vague prediction dictate your actions or define your sense of self. You are far more complex and capable than any astrological chart could ever capture. What do you think? Do you believe in astrology, or are you a skeptic? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into myths and mysteries.